Kid things.
Hello,
Yeah.
welcome back to Phoenix Wright. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie
Oh,
and
my
told her
baby.
he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut. Permanently.
A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. And while in the court, Miss Faye, what was the secret that was so important? What is your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne, Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh, yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Where's he thinks he's from? Canada?
He actually is Canadian.
Man, Japan is weird.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
5 years ago.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie bought it to the bridge. After she made it in the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might have been kidnapped again from our family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. God damn it! The kidnapping left her. I'm sent to court if anyone says any more time. I wasn't even done, god damn it.
Sorry.
With her sister's help, she is left with Hawthorne's family. She left the Hawthorne family and started all over. And we're to believe after that she murdered her sister. Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Fay,
Yes, Your Honor.
as you've heard, the witness is still traumatized by kidnapping.
my
I'll ask
God.
you again to be extremely gentle with your cross-examination.
Of course you will.
No.
Oh, great!
Mr. Edgeworth got
Yay.
the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen now, we've still got that info. Let's ace up. That ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten
The
already.
diamond.
The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
With music.
That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Man, I'm ugly.
God damn it.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
You could probably turn the music back on.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So no unnecessary pressing.
Wait. Ransom Price was a raw diamond that sister brought to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when
You
Mr.
said
Falls
that
tried
too.
to kill me by shoving me off the bridge. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change and start a new life. Alright, I don't think we can present anything with all this. We
Well,
have to press something.
I wonder. There's something I remember about this case. Can I see the bridge map one more time? There's rock there.
Oh,
If she's saying she got pushed off behind, there's rock right there. She would have been dead.
yeah. But she wasn't pushed to the rocks.
Exactly. Contradiction. Okay, so stop right there. Go back to the statement where she got pushed off. That one.
From
Present the map
behind.
here.
Yes.
There we go.
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
It's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm sorry of it. It was Mr. Falls.
Wait.
No.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed, rocks, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible!
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. For all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then.
But didn't you say earlier that was a map from 5 years ago?
Yeah.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
You're right! If the events occurred just as the witness had testified, then the defendant couldn't have been pushed. Couldn't have.
Sorry,
Oh, God.
sorry.
Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
Nathan needs to stop pushing buttons.
I'm sorry.
You see, just a moment, Your Honor.
That face is always hilarious.
I'm more looking at his mouth. It's true that the witnesses testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell back from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's possible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
Lord?
Oh.
If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Not that you mention it. I do remember now that when I fell off the bridge, My skirt got caught up on the bridge's sidewires.
You can't be serious.
Order! Order in the court!
The judge needs to pay attention a bit.
Shut
It
up,
seems Miss
asshole!
I'm at least paying attention myself. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
Ah,
As well as the copyright.
copyright.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off to the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say, that's impossible.
Ridiculous. What's so impossible about that?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
Wait. If she got pushed off from the side, as Edgeworth claims, look at the witness photo. Okay, those are too tall for them to be pushed off the side.
Yeah. But
There's no way. That's impossible.
But then again, she still fell down to the river.
She could have very easily slipped through and jumped off.
Yes, but she couldn't.
Willingly, she jumped off.
But she couldn't be pushed off.
Yeah, she couldn't be pushed off. That's impossible.
So present this.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Damn.
Fuck you, game.
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extended up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
There we go.
Yay.
Well, let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Fires like that wouldn't be a problem for her. You could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl.
So you went
and
from
thrown her
panic
off.
to throwing her off? God damn!
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm.
Wouldn't really left her off because of that
And
arm.
more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Weeds. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
And why was that a
Random
tiger?
tiger noise.
Yes, why?
Indeed. What do you mean by such ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had a gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me.
But
Jumping into that raging river like that would have been suicide.
yet it still
But you're
happened.
alive.
Yet it still happened, and you're alive.
It still happened, yeah, and you're alive.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, and then what was it? What was so important that she went to jump into the river?
$2 million says otherwise.
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River.
Yeah, I'd imagine she'd jump in for $2 million.
Yes, present this, right? Because I
Yes.
received 4 penalties.
Yeah.
Just making sure. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond.
No! It can't be!
Oh, but it can be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping.
Bang.
Which Valerie was also a part of. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Oh boy.
That's simply ridiculous!
You saw that, right? Her face was...
Order!
Her face was turned away.
Your Honor, you're 5 years ago. The witness is only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
Yes!
Considering who this is?
This
Yeah.
woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped her make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Of
Along
course
with
she
this
was.
stupid-ass copyrighted music?
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. And that is the end of the copyrighted music.
Thank God.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Of course it is. God damn it.
Forgive me, it's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey.
E.T. phone home?
You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14 years old, I planned that Mr. Falls and my sister.
Well,
You could take his
And
testimony.
one more thing. And what happened to the $2 million diamond?
we should be asking you that question.
If we can't provide evidence to at least show that,
Well, Miss Faye?
I don't know. Don't do that. Come on.
what a joke! You, Miss Fay. Are you stupid?
Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have to cite proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Heh.
But he can.
Sorry.
Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Godot, how did you... Godot, you're falling asleep even before you had coffee?
Oh, shut up.
He's not amused by this trial. He's
Oh, both of you, fuck off.
why am I here? This is child's play, Mr. Armando. Come
Come on now, kid. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example,
Think so.
evidence. There's still testimony.
Testimony.
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon's crimes?
G, the only other person who was involved in the fake
Yes.
kidnapping.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
Defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was, in fact, her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who could solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes?
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valia betrayed me. And I mean this bowl.
Valia.
God damn it, I said it too. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. I'm still ugly.
False? There's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or Dahlia Hawthorne?
Dahlia, did you betray me? Fred. 5 years ago, she promised me. She promised never, ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore. That makes me sad.
No, it doesn't. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
What?
Dahlia.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Nick, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Water, please, the water. Can't talk. Need water.
But you're talking. Oh, well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
That is coffee. Wow.
Alright, I feel better.
Yeah. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie. Not Medalia!
I call bullshit on one of
Yes,
his statements.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? Okay, then fine.
That's enough, Miss Faye. This last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want to end it, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
You think?
You think?
Yeah. Okay, go to the next statement. So she wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. First of all, the bridge on the other side was broken. So there's no way she could have came unless she came from behind you, buddy. I'd go with the witness photo.
So present this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then you got to the bridge, no one arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? What the?
Keep going.
That's new.
Keep going.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first. Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first will be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Wait.
Exactly.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Fred. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. Fred. I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go. Special place.
Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah, it's an old temple about 50 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
What would that be?
A memento. 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Well, I've never seen that before in my life.
No, not at all.
Nope. Haven't seen it.
It's a special memory for me. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance, Mr. Falls. There's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, God!
Oh, shit.
That's enough. Please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then
Oh, God.
we're supposed to drink. Oh no.
He's committing suicide.
I know.
No, stop the trial. For honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
You spiked your own coffee.
No,
you son of
you're
a
so
bitch.
close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls! Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Falls.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, no big deal.
Do not say that. And so my first trial ended suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep in my soul I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well.
Probably.
But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonic sweet face.
That fucking bitch. Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando.
We're so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. Just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault. It's my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. I'm going to make my coffee all salty.
I don't think that's a good thing that coffee is salty.
No.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia?
You
like jazz?
Yes.
No,
You
Falls
ruined
killed
that
himself. You
emotional
like
moment with-
jazz?
We ruined this emotional moment by just saying.
We've literally ruined this moment. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Jesus.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. You might want to go see a doctor.
Mr. Armando.
Don't worry, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. I'm a
For a second.
badass.
No matter.
Sorry.
That's Phoenix.
Oh.
That's Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
no matter
Phoenix.
how tough the case, no matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time, and you file them away and eventually forget about them. Who's playing that music? 1 year ago. this very
Meanwhile,
same
ruining
person-
this emotional moment even.
Sorry.
We all did it.
Why do I have an image of Godot holding a beatbox, like a boombox?
A boombox with playing this theme song.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it, leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to sleep. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in this case. Oh, God damn it.
I kinda
well,
did
this is
it.
problem. Well, this is a problem.
I kinda did it.
Except he didn't.
Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Actually, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened. That's made me remember all of this. We'll find out next time.
With Scooter.
With Scooter. We're not doing it without him. Guys.
And now now we got to the best part of this
Guys.
entire game.
It's time. Next time.
Yes.
Later.